Thanks, the Magic Cat. Today, we're playing a very, very fun game for me. And, it's called Hades. The reason this is such a big deal is because this game came out on the Switch in 2020, and I have seen gameplay of it for months. I love this game. I would probably consider it one of the best games that came out in 2020, and that says a lot. So, without further ado, I feel like we should just get into this. Let's just get into a save slot. So this game is based off of a lot of Greek mythology. I'm gonna try my best to not give you guys any spoilers, but I will give you guys some stories about mythology. So,
reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Goodbye, Father. To hell with this place.
So starting off, we have some basic controls. We can move with the joystick. We have an attack button, which they'll get into, but I'll explain it here. The attack button is Y. The special attack button is X. To dash is B. And to use a thing called a cast, that's A. This little diamond right here, that's your cast. There's gonna be a lot of fun things that happen, but I'll talk about them as we go along. So I'm very excited to share this game with you guys.
I'm leaving. Try and stop me.
When do you think you'll ever play Among Us? Asking for a friend. I would actually love to play Among Us. The only problem is that it would have to be with people I could get onto a call with, because the in-game voice chat's not necessarily the best at telling you a lot of things. So I would probably. I've actually been thinking of some incentives for my charity livestream that comes up in a week. And so that could be an incentive. If we get to a certain amount of money raised during my charity stream, I can do a stream where we play Among Us for a while. I am perfectly fine with that.
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
So, if you guys don't know who Athena is the goddess of wisdom and technically also considered a goddess of war for Greece. This game takes place with a lot of Greek mythology, so I'll be trying to share as much as I can without giving any spoilers to the story. This character here is Zagreus, and I'm not going to go too much into his backstory because he's kind of the main character, so can't go into too much there. These right here are called boons, as you can see on top of the screen. These are basically stuff that allow you to get stronger as you progress through this run of the game. I should mention, it is very hard to beat the game on your very first run. But the game gets better. The game gets better, and there's just so much more story as you progress through the game. So I don't know how far I'm gonna get on my very first run, but we'll see how far I go. So this first one is Divine Strike. It says your attack is stronger and can deflect. And deflect means that it can basically bounce back projectiles to your enemy. Along with that, it also makes your attack stronger. Phalanx Shot. So the cast that I mentioned earlier, that red diamond. It now has the ability to damage foes in a smaller area and can also deflect. Divine Dash, which is one of my personal favorite boons, is your dash. The thing that you see me kind of sprinting really fast, kind of almost like a mini teleport. That deals damage, very little bit, but still does a little bit of damage and can deflect. So So we'll see how this goes.
Where you are, goddess, but thank you.
So each room has a special little something that you get out of it. The thing that you see on top, the thing that you saw on top of this door was a little like teardrop of like purple. That is called darkness. That in the game allows you to get much stronger and allows you to unlock certain things. This right here is basically like the cache of the game, but you can only actually get this cache and use it within the runs. So it's nothing terribly useful unless you're trying to go for a lot of money in a run. And you're gone.
Who's next?
I will be trying to complete this game as much as I can for you guys so that you guys can really understand how fun this game is for me. But I have been playing this game for the past, I want to say, like 2 or so weeks, trying to get myself practiced and acquainted with all the weapons and everything that you can use in this game. And I can't think of a time that I did not want to play this game. I have messed up my sleep schedule playing this game, which is not a good thing because I have a ton of work to do. Alright, where are you? There you are. So if you look at their health bars turned yellow. Yellow means that they have armor, which means that they have like a second health bar to go through. Which makes, you know, getting rid of them even harder. Ouch. Alright. Alright. I currently only have 17 health, which is not a very good sign. Hopefully I can get through these next couple things. I just need to play a little bit more carefully is all. Oh god. I've now realized that this is very hard to commentate towards, so I'm trying to commentate while playing a game that requires a lot of concentration. So it's scary. These are called louts. They're basically meant to be just like insanely hard to get rid of because they just have a ton of health. So yeah, it is hard. These things in the back, these tiny things here that I'm hitting right here, these are like witches. They're the ones that have projectiles that I can deflect back at them to deal damage towards them. They get very annoying very quickly.
Mechathonic key.
Alright, so the reason I should say this is a very special stream for me is because I could not stream this without getting a capture card. A capture card being something that will allow me to capture gameplay from my Nintendo Switch very well and to actually make it look good. So I need to give thanks to where they're due. So I need to give thanks to Senator Fan. He's the one that got it for me, and I'm like as of now I'm still very shocked that he did it all, and it still just blows my mind. So I can't thank him enough for that, but I am going to be using it to as full of effect as I can. So their bombs normally, like these enemies' bombs normally deal about 20 damage. So if I don't want to take that damage, I need to deflect their bombs back at them. There we go. Awesome.
This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
So each thing has a symbol. So for the symbol of Athena, it's like a target with 4 circles around it in each direction, or each cardinal direction. This symbol is Ares, god of war.
Spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
So Curse of Agony is similar to the Divine Strike. Instead it inflicts doom. Doom is a status curse. It says after a brief moment, victims take a burst of damage. So basically, there are certain statuses that you can get from this game that will allow you to make your attacks even stronger and deal damage when you're not actually trying to hit that enemy right there. So they are very useful to have sometimes. Slicing Shot is your cast again, so like that red diamond. This will send out a blade rift. So what it does, it's going to change that red diamond into a blade, basically, that kind of like circles around. Curse of Vengeance is after you take damage, you inflict doom. So if I were to take damage from an enemy, then just because they dealt damage to me, I will be dealing damage back to them. I'm gonna go for Curse of Agony because I am mainly using my attack, which means that I can it'll just deal more damage. Also, I guess I forgot to mention, if you dash and attack at the same time, there's a thing called a dash strike. So that is another way to, I guess, deal damage. Let's see where this leads us. All right, another room. A lot more enemies here. A lot of them have armor. So hopefully I can use my divine dash to block off enemy projectiles, and I can use this doom to deal damage to other enemies. So let's see how this goes for me. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. The louts are honestly the harder things to get rid of, because I can't really do anything besides just get rid of them entirely. So this is for maximum heart increase. So this basically increases my health. Although it doesn't actually give me health, it increases my health. This is well, I'll show you. This is a shop.
I think I hear the river. Charon's shop.
Let's examine this first.
The infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon lie sprawled about. Available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
So this guy right here, his name is Charon. Charon is, in mythology, the boatman to the underworld.
Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale? And I'll just have a look around.
He doesn't really talk much, but that's alright, because he's still a cool dude. So this right here is a little bit of food, which, looks delicious. It increases your health by 30. So if I eat it, I go up to 43 health. This is a boon. Usually what Charon will have is usually some sort of either health recovery or some sort of darkness or something like that. Usually have a pomegranate of power or some sort of health increase like we saw in the past room, or and a boon. Usually a combination of those three. So
Cheers, mate.
So Slicing Shot, my case, this is basically similar to the one where it's just the same thing, but it's of a different rarity. Rarity means that if it's more rare, it'll have more of an effect. So before, I'm pretty sure it probably dealt around 40 or so damage per blade rift that I would hit somebody with. This now deals 20 because it's a common boon. This Urge to Kill is a rare boon. So everything's kind of based off of rarity to an extent. After slaying a foe, your next attack or special deals even more damage. So I think what I'm going to go for is my Urge to Kill, because I just want to keep on dealing as much damage as possible. So if I press the minus button, this will give me my little inventory of boons. So I have the Divine Dash now, I have the Urge to Kill, and I have the Curse of Agony. So let's buy this Pomegranate of Power. What this does
Just what I need.
is it will level up one of my things by leveling it up. It'll increase the amount of damage or something that it can do. So for Curse of Agony, it will go from 75 to 105 doom damage. For Divine Dash, if I dash and I send something back at an enemy, it'll deal 16 damage, not 10. And the Urge to Kill will increase that percentage of damage that I'm going to be dealing by 13% to 17%. There's obviously a very big difference between just a straight up number increase and a percentage increase. What I'm probably going to switch up to is going to be the urge to kill. So this is his boat. You can't really use it ever, but you know, it's still there just to know. Let's go into the darkness room. So I've been meaning to play this game on stream for, I think ever since I probably saw the game. Mainly because it's just such an interesting game with such a beautiful lore. The creators Supergiant Games are impeccable, and they did such a good job taking care of this game. They actually have a lot of articles written about them because of how this game was actually made. So the game was made with probably the least beat up to their employees almost ever. So a lot of games have this thing called a crunch time, which is basically they take time out of their. I'll get this first. Let's increase the. Let's go with the Curse of Agony for this one. So a lot of games have a thing called a crunch time, where basically they get a good bit of work done for the first couple of months or so, but then that last month or two that they're actually like right before the release date, they're working like 12, 14-hour shifts every day, so they're like actively killing themselves to get that game out, and that really sucks. Supergiant Games said, no, we're gonna plan this out as best as we can and not have our employees have to like go down such a bad path, or like have to like actively destroy themselves to get this game out. So it is amazing.
Chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
The voice acting in this game, I have to say, is some of the best I've seen from this style of gaming. This style of a game is a roguelike. Basically just run after, like, you're basically trying to beat the game several times, and each time you can beat it in several different ways. Each way is unique in its own right because there are so many different ways you can go around it. It is really cool. So this here is a very interesting part of the game. Hopefully I can get through this. We'll see. This is kind of like the mini boss,
Well, this is awkward.
but actually the boss.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Her name is Megra. She's the first of the Furies. The Furies being kind of like the guardians of the underworld, but then also like keeping all of the undead souls in check, or I guess the dead souls in check.
Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
Megra is probably one of my favorite characters, and her voice acting is amazing. I just have to say that before.
Go with the painful way.
I'm gonna have to agree with Zagreus here. Bring on the
A
pain.
man after my own heart.
Alright. Alright. Let's try and... We have to stay calm, collected, but then deal damage where we can.
For mercy, fool.
So, what she did right there was she made herself impervious. Basically, you're not able to deal damage to her at that point, but that doesn't mean that you can't deal damage to her, period. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Ah, okay. I need to be more careful.
Some of my friends.
Ah, the stinking witches. They're always showing up and trying to just deal me extra damage. Oh god, I'm at 1 health. Oh god. 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 Megra, stop. Please stop chasing me. Please stop chasing me. Oh god. No, stop it, please. No, stop, please, 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 please. I can't even take one of these. Oh god, no! Okay, I hit a trap. Basically, traps are basically just like stage hazards that... Oh man, stage hazards that deal damage to you. Ah, dang it. I got far though. I got to the Megara fight, which is usually the fight that ends off Tartarus.
I'm home.
So this is the House of Hades, and this guy, one of the funnier comedic characters in this game.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
That is true. So his name is Hypnos. Hypnos is the god of... Ugh, I have to go talk to my dad first. Hi, Dad.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Well, maybe I will. Oh, thanks, Pure Magnum. Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. How you doing? How's it going? I'm currently playing some fun Hades.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
Hi, little Coco.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
So here's one of my one of the best parts of this game. You see this cute little puppy right here? You get to pet the little pupster. Oh my god.
I grow nauseous merely listening to this.
Oh yeah. Cause Cerberus is the cutest stinking animal in existence.
You've returned.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
I would recommend getting the game, honestly. Cerberus is cute as heck. The storylines in this game are amazing. It is just so fun.
Good to see you, lad, despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
Yeah, see, Zagreus told you right there. You've been debating on getting the game. Fear is for the weak, man. Take it. I've been trying to find time to actually play the game myself too, but I've just been figuring it out as I go along.
You have come home. Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
So,
Go.
I should probably mention one of the funniest parts of this entire game for me. So, obviously, if you look around Hades is the underworld. So there's all these things right here. These are spirits. Hypnos, god of sleep. Achilles, one of the greatest warriors in Greek mythology. Cerberus, the three-headed pupster of the underworld. Hades, god of the underworld. Nyx, the titan of night. Yet, because these are spirits, they are gone, you know? They're not in the living world. And these little congregations here, if you click listen, they'll tell you how they died and a really funny line. Anyone see a carpenter named Leander? He died from falling off a roof. It's great. So, obviously, we didn't get to... The main objective of this game is to get to the world.
I'm back.
Oh, wait. Is there something here? Yeah, there is. Look at this.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's really that bad. I think his room looks really nice. He has like a bear skin right here. He has like a skeleton with a single eye in it. Right, he has this like really cool like little thing right here with like a little like cupboard and whatever. He has like a really cool looking bed, honestly. Little treasure chest. It's really cool. Also, there's a little thing right there. If you notice, a couple of a weird looking head. We'll come back to that later. So this is a little table here. This will be useful a bit later. But this is the main reason that you want to get darkness.
Night and darkness guide me.
So this is the Mirror of Night. The Mirror of Night is basically... There's a Medusa head on the wall. Yeah, there is. So the Mirror of Night is basically what allows you to get stronger throughout the game. So Shadow Presence allows you to deal more damage and just more damage by your attack and your specials. 10% per rank. So if I were to increase this, then it'll change that per rank. Chthonic Vitality is restores a small amount of life when you exit a chamber. So if I were to do this, I'd get +1. Death Defiance. So Death Defiance, basically, if you were to die, this would restore 50% of your life instead of dying when your life total is depleted in one time. Let's go for this one, and then let's go for a Chthonic Vitality. Right? Let's make sure that we stay alive a little bit longer, shall we?
Feeling good.
So to show the great detail that this game went into,
Okay. I can escape through that big
these are
door
four of the weapons that you can have. There's 2 more empty slots. We'll see those in a little bit. There's this thing here. I'll show that off in a sec, but every time I need to like take a little break from the game and I want to be like, all right, let's see if I can relax a little bit. I just come here.
I can do this. First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg. The River of Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, and after that... Alright, let's give it another shot.